What's up, guys? So in this video we are going to be hacking a Windows box. Now our target is from TryHackMe websites. I talked about TryHackMe in my previous video as one of the websites where you could practice hacking. Okay, so it's a target known as blue. So I'll come over here. I would advise you, if you want to follow along, come to tryhackme.com, register, then click on the activities link here, and you will see the blue machine here. So just click on blue and it'll take you to the room where you could start hacking. Okay, now blue, as you can see, it says deploy and hack into a Windows machine leveraging common misconfiguration issues. So now, before I begin, let me just give a brief history of this machine. Now, this machine, the name blue, is based off of an exploit that is known as eternalblue. Now, eternalblue was developed by the NSA, and it was kind of released by the Shadow Brokers Hacker Association, hacker group. So it was really a big deal, when it came out. And like I'm sure if you've heard of the WannaCry ransomware, it is based on the eternalblue exploit. And there are several others. It was really very huge. And the thing is that most recent systems, a lot of patch systems, of course they won't be vulnerable to this exploit, but there are still so many more. There are still so many more systems out there, okay, that are vulnerable to this. So you probably still find it, if you do your digging. Okay, now this machine, like my the Linux hacking Linux video I did, my last video, this is also a very beginner friendly video. Okay, so it's very beginner friendly, so it's basically the same concept we used, the same way we exploited the Linux box would kind of follow the same pattern. Okay, so if I scroll down here, there's a video you can watch. Now this video also details how you would go about hacking the system. Okay, so if I scroll down here, now you see there are several tasks. So let me just read a little bit about it. Now, task 1, which is recon, scan and learn what exploit this machine is vulnerable to. Please note that this machine does not respond to ping and may take a few minutes to boot up. This room is not meant to be a boot to root CTF. Rather, this is an educational series for complete beginners. Professionals will likely get little out of this room beyond basic practice, as the process here is meant to be beginner focused. So I've mentioned that already. This is very beginner friendly. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to deploy this box, and my machine is starting. Okay, so it will just take a while before I can start interacting with the machine. So while we wait, I would like to go here. Let me go to the leaderboards. I want to show you guys something. Okay, now this is the leaderboard. It's loading. Okay, so this is the leaderboard. Now this is where we are. Okay, I told you I created a new account for the purpose of these videos, and this is where we are, 65,523. okay, now if I were to go, let me go and select my country where I am. If I come here over to Nigeria, now it shows that I am rank 82. Now this actually, it got me thinking, because this account hasn't really done like any serious stuff, beyond the welcome tasks and all. It hasn't really done anything, and I'm in the top 100 in Nigeria for the tryhackme.com site. So it just just got me thinking that for a country that is kind of notorious about cybercrime and all, you would expect that when I register here, when I check my rank, I'll be like number 5,000 or something like that. So this kind of shows you that we don't have, or this is my thinking anyway, I don't really think we have that many, IT security professionals here in this country. I just don't really think we do. So somehow I feel like maybe um, the kind of flack we get, that as like the way people blast this country, like we are like heavy in cybercrime and stuff like that. I just feel like they just need to cut us some slack. I mean because I just feel like we need, there are a lot of, I do agree that there are a lot of cyber criminals out there, but then again I just feel like this is also a call, for people to be involved, in cybersecurity, especially in this country, because we need it now more than ever. Okay, so that's just me, ranting and all. So let me go back. Let me close this and let me go back to our machine. Our machine must be up already. So yes, our machine is up, and these are IP address, and we can start working with it. Now, I'm not going to use my Kali box for this, video. So I'm using the Kali that is supplied by the TryHackMe, because I have subscribed to it. So that is it here. So this is Kali 2020. It's not my Kali box, but it's from TryHackMe. Okay, so if you subscribe, you are given a Kali box you can use, okay, to perform your attacks and all. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so the first task says scan the machine. If you're unsure how to tackle this, I recommend checking out the room Nmap. Now I'm sure you guys should know how to scan a system by now. So what we are going to do, we're just going to copy this IP address, and I'm going to come over here. Let me increase this a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to say Nmap. I want a verbose output, T4, scan L, and all ports, and then I'm just going to slap the IP address here. So this will take a while. So if you are going with us, if you are watching this video, if you are doing it as you're watching this video, then you can pause this video. Then when we are done, you can, when you are done, you unpause the video. Okay, so our scan is complete. So if we were to scroll up here, we'll see there are quite a number of ports that are open. We can see there is ports 135, 139, 445, a whole lot of them. Okay, now I'll come here now. So we say scan the machine. So we've done that. It doesn't have any answer, so I just click on completed. Okay, now the second task, how many ports are open with a port number under 1000? Now it didn't say how many ports are open, but how many ports are open with a port number that's under 1000. So let me scroll down here. Now we can see 135, 139, and 445. Now the rest are above 1000. Okay, so that means there are 3 ports that are below 1000, under 1000. So I'm just going to come here and I'm going to tap 3 and submit, and yes, your answer is correct. Now, what is this machine vulnerable to? Now there was something I forgot to add in my scan. Now you can a faster way you can actually check. We know that the machine is vulnerable to the eternalblue, but we know because of or because I said it basically. But you could also check it in your Nmap scan. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to scan the ports, okay? Or I'm just going to scan the port again, but I'm going to use the switch script Vaughn so you guys will see it. Okay, so I'm going to come here again, mmap and verbose t4. Okay, now see what I'm just going to say script Vaughn. Okay, and then I'm just going to slap the IP address here. Okay, so this is just what I'm just doing right now. So I want to check what's vulnerability the machine probably has. Okay, so this will just take a little bit more time. Okay, so our scan is complete. Now I know in my last video I just checked the ports that were open and I just went and googled for any exploits. I could have done the same thing here as well. Okay, but I just wanted to show you the script Vaughn switch and how to use it. Okay, so we have the same ports which we found in our previous scan, and the script Vaughn, it gave us something. Now it says let me see. So he said, you see this side where it says vulnerable remote code execution vulnerability in Microsoft Samba version 1. Okay, so it's already telling us that this system is vulnerable. Okay, and this is what I think this is what they need here. So it said, what is the machine vulnerable to? Answer in the form of MS something. So it's MS17. Okay, so so this is what it says. So I'm just going to copy this here and I'm just going to slap this here. So yes, our answer is correct. Okay, so now let's go to the next one. So now we know the system is vulnerable and we now have to, so it says start Metasploit. Okay, so I'm just going to open a new tab and let me just increase this a bit. Then I'm just going to say MSF console. Okay, so we have Metasploit started up. So let's go back to our questions. Now it says find the exploitation code we run against the machine. What's the full part of the code? Okay, so what we are just going to do first, we're just going to search, and we're going to just search for that exploit and see if Metasploit has something on it. I'm just going to say search this, and we see there are several of them. So I'm just going, so we see now this is it here. This is what we are looking for. Okay, first of all, let's confirm that this is what we're looking for. Exploit Windows SMB MS17 eternalblue. Let's confirm the operating system from our scan here. Let's go up. Where is that? Okay, so you can see it's Windows 7 Professional. Okay, Service Pack 1. So we know that definitely this is what we need and not this one. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this because this is the exploit we are going to use. Okay, so first of all, let's go back to our blue machine, find the exploitation code we use against the machine. So we know what it is because we have it. Exploit Windows SMB MS17 eternalblue. So I'm just going to submit that, and yes, our answer is correct. So I'm just going to come here and say use, then I'm just going to paste the exploit. This is what we are using. Then let me options, let me see the options. Now our next question here says show options and set the one required value. So if we see here now, what's the required value? There are like 4 required values here, but only one is not set, which is the arrow host. Okay, so arrow host is what you're supposed to set, and it says what's the name of this value, all caps for submission. So I'm just going to type arrow host. Okay, and submit. Yeah, so it says run the exploit, set arrow host, Then I'm gonna paste this because this is what we are going to be attacking. Okay, so everything seems to be okay, and it says run the exploits. So I'm just gonna okay. So we this is completed. Now it says confirm the exploit has run correctly. You may have to press enter for the dust shell to appear. Background this shell. If this failed, you may have to reboot the target VM. Try run it again before a reboot of the target. So let's see. Now we just press enter, and yes, we have a shell. Okay, so I'm just gonna click completed on this one. So we are done with task 2. Now let's go to task 3, escalate. Now we have access here. We have access. If I type who am I, now it says that we are the highest level authority system. Okay, and so it says now escalate privileges, learn how to upgrade shells in Metasploit. If you haven't already, background the previously gained shell. Research online how to convert a shell to Metapreter shell in Metasploit. What's the name of the post module we'll use? So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to background this Control Z. Background session, yes. Now what we have, we just have a regular shell, but now to change it to a Metapreter shell. So I know that there is this post exploitation to shell to Metapreter. Okay, so I can just search shell to Metapreter. Now I just know this because I've been working with it, and if you are not so familiar with like how to upgrade, you can always Google. Like Google is your friend. Okay, so that is the best way I could explain this. So if I say search shell to Metapreter, so we have one here. So there's post multi manage shell to Metapreter. So this is what we are going to use. So I'm just going to copy this. Now it says exact pack similar to the exploit, so I'm just going to paste it here. All right, okay, yeah, okay. So I'm just going to say use. I want to use that same tool. All right, I'll say options. Now let's see the next question. It says select this, use what, show options, which option are you required to change. Now based on here, now this one is already set. This one is not required. Airport is already set, so it's just the session. Okay, so we are going to set the session. So to find out what session, we'll just say sessions. Let us see what sessions are currently running. So we have only one, which is 1. So we are going to set the session to this particular number 1, so it will give us the Metapreter shell. Okay, so I'm just going to say set. I'm going to say session, because I think it's session. Yes, session. Then I'm just going to say 1. Okay, then I'm just going to say options. Let me confirm. All right, everything seems to be okay. Then 1. So yeah, it's upgrading our shell. Now it's upgrading it to a Metapreter shell. So yeah, I think everything is, yeah. Okay. Okay, I didn't put this here. Use session. I have to put session. All right. So set the required options. You may need to list all the sessions to find your target here. So we have done that. Run. If it doesn't work, try completing the exploit from previous tracks once more. Okay, I think it ran. It's okay. So if I go to sessions, okay, so these are Metapreter shell. Okay, so I'll say sessions, then I'm going to say I, then number 2, I guess. Yeah, number 2. Okay, so we have a Metapreter shell. Alright, so everything, I think everything worked, everything is cool. ELP, once the Metapreter shell conversion complete, select the session for use. So which is what we've done here. Alright, so I'm just gonna click completed. Okay, so verify that we have escalated to NC user system, run get system to confirm this, so get system. Okay, so I just want to confirm get system. Okay, got system via technical one. Cool. Alright, so I'm just going to click completed on this. Alright, so list all the processes running via the PS command. Just because we are system doesn't mean our processes. So we are system, but our process is not system. Find a process towards the bottom of the list that is running at NT authority system and write down the process ID. Okay, alright. So here now it says run the list all the processes running the PS command. So just type PS and it's to show me all the processes that are running. Alright, cool. So towards the bottom now we can see several processes and their ID. So I will just migrate to any of these ones because I think that's what it says we should do. Okay, first of all, let's finish this completed. Then migrate to this process using the migrate process ID. So we can just pick anyone, anyone that has the authority system. Let's see. Okay. Let's say this one seems okay. Let me copy this. Then 2752. Okay, I'm saying migrate 2752. Alright, cool. Okay, so yeah, I think it's done. So I'm just gonna click completed on this. Okay. Alright, so we're almost done. So now I'm cracking now. Now dump the default user's password and crack it. Now within our elevated Metapreter shell, run the command #dump. This will dump all the passwords on the machine as long as we have the correct privileges to do so. What is the name of the non-default user? So let's go back. Now I'm just going to type #dump. So we are seeing there is administrator, there is guest, and there is John. So John should be the answer. They say what's the name of the non-default user? So it should be John, Jon. Okay. And then copy this password hash to a file and research how to crack it. So this is what we are going to copy. We are going to copy the hash here. So I'm just going to copy this. Boom, 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 boom. All right. And research how to hack it, how to crack it. So there are many tools. There's like a plethora of tools you can actually use for cracking passwords and all. But then I'm just going to show you like the fastest way. Later on I'll talk about the tools and how to use the tools and all. But for now, we're on the time here, so we just need to there is no time. We just need to go the fastest way. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to open a new tab here, and then I'm just going to say crack passwords. I'm just googling, right? Crack passwords websites. There should be sites for this. Okay, so there is CrackStation. CrackStation is it's quite popular. Okay, so yeah, so you just confirm. Okay, let me first paste the hash. Did I copy it? I don't know. Copy selection, yeah. Then I'm just gonna paste the hash over here. Confirm that I am not a robot. Okay, so just click on crack hashes. And yes, it was able to do it. That's this. Okay, So this is the password here. So yeah, copy the password hash to a file and research how to crack it. Yeah, but the thing is, we are already like authority system, on this. We are already the highest level user on this system. So it's not really I mean, if you could crack the password if you want, maybe you want to use the password somewhere else, but for this system you're already like the highest level user and all. But anyways, we've cracked the password, so I'm just gonna paste that there, then submit. All right, answer is correct. So now the last one, it says find flags. Now in another video I actually talk about CTFs. Okay, so in CTFs you actually your task is to like capture the flag, but that's what CTF stands for anyway, capture the flag. So it's a way to actually prove that you have compromised the machine. You find some things that are hidden in that system. Okay, so it says find flags, find the 3 flags planted on this machine. Okay, so they are in the format flag 1, flag 2, flag 3. So you could read all this, like I would advise actually for you to read all this and try to find your way around it. Okay, try to find what those where those flags are hidden. Okay, but me, there's an easy way, because I know the format. I know the format that this text files, I know the format that they use. Okay, so I'm just going to use this. I'm going to say search. Okay, now I'm going to say I'm going to say flag. Okay, .txt. Now I'm using this because I know what I'm looking for, but I advise you to also to read this very, very well and navigate your way and find those flags. Okay, so I'm just going to say this and I'm going to enter. Okay, so it has found the 3 flags here. All right, so the first one is in a C drive, so I'm just going to say CD, and I'm navigating to the C drive, and let me list the items that are there, and yes, that's our flag over there. So I'm just going to say cat flag 1.txt. So that's it here. Access the machine. So it says only submit the flag contents. So I'm just going to copy this. Okay, correct. Alright, so for the other flags, I'm sure you guys should know how to get them, the flag 2 and flag 3. I'll leave that one for you. That's a little homework. Okay, so now we've done this. We still have 2 more flags to go, so the room is not complete. But anyways, now let's check our leaderboard and see where we are at the moment. Okay, now we are number 60 something thousand before. That's world ranking. So now as you can see, 53,000. See, we are getting higher. So let's go to Nigeria. If I come over here, where is Nigeria? Nigeria, yes. If I select Nigeria, now we were 82 before. Now we've gone 10 points, like we've climbed 10 steps ahead. We are now number 72, just because of that particular, just because of that particular box. Okay, so hopefully I hope we can be able to climb all the way to this number 1. This knock this root fish up. It's just going to take a lot of work, a whole lot of work. Trust me, like this is still very beginner friendly. Okay, there's a lot more ahead. Okay, so if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys, and see you next time.